Right, I'm going to talk about transposing formulae. And the example I'm going to choose is a very standard one, which is to turn Fahrenheit into centigrade and back again. So we've got 9/5 C plus 32. This is temperature in an old weird scale called Fahrenheit, and this one here is centigrade. Two different scales of temperature, which are used in different parts of the world. And unfortunately, when I was growing up, England, well, Britain, was shifting over from Fahrenheit to centigrade, so it's had the effect that I haven't got the faintest idea what either of them mean in terms of is it cold enough to wear a jumper. So, yeah, well, that's just a bit of history there. Okay, so here's what to work out. Let's just think about this. F equals 9/5 C plus 32. So it's like a machine. If I know it's 10 degrees centigrade, right? And then I get to some American comes in and says, what's that in Fahrenheit? That's an American accent, incidentally. So we can tell him the temperature in Fahrenheit is equal to 9/5 times C plus 32. Okay? And he says, no, you say, well, it's 9/5 times C plus 32. So you just plug it in. 9/5 times 10 plus 32. All right? See, I've just written the 10 in there. It doesn't hurt to write it out. Just write it out. It helps. Okay, so what's that? That's 9 times 2, because I've cancelled from the 10 and the top. That 2 is this 2 here, plus 32 equals 18 plus 32 equals 32 plus 18. 0 down 1 to carry, 3, 4, 5. So it's 50 Fahrenheit. So we've got this nice little relationship between Fahrenheit and centigrade. So we can measure things in centigrade, and your American friend comes along and says, what's that in Fahrenheit? And you can tell him. Now imagine it's the other way around. Now let's imagine that we know what it is in Fahrenheit, and we want to know what it is in centigrade. Okay? So let's just write the equation out again. F equals 9/5 C plus 32. So this is what I've got this. I've got this. That's what I've got. And I want C equals something. I don't know what that something is yet, but I've got to turn this formula inside out. I've got to transpose it to get C equals something. So there's different ways of doing this, and different people have been taught it in different ways. So I'm going to do it the way that I've been taught it, but it's all the same. What I'm going to do is write it out again. And again, it's like a weighing scales. So we've got weighing. These are not good weighing scales. They're supposed to be equal. If we've got something in here and it balances, then I can just add 3 onto both sides. Yeah, and it still balances. So this equal sign means that my weighing scales balance between that and that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take F minus 32. I said adding stuff and subtract stuff as well. Equals 9/5 C plus 32 minus 32. All right? What have I done? I've put that on there. That's on the left-hand side of the equal sign. And I've put that on there. See the advantages that I'm getting from writing down the equation. All I've done is subtract 32 from both sides. So F minus 32 equals 9/5 C. Well, look, they cancel. And like that's not some kind of magical mystery. All I've done is cancel 2 numbers because I'm adding 32 and subtracting 32 here. Of course, why am I subtracting 32? Specifically so this cancellation will happen. So F minus 32 equals 9/5 C. And in the same way that I can add to either side of the equation, I can multiply. So I'm going to multiply by 5/9. F minus 32 equals 5/9 times 9/5 C. Because this is that term there. And I'm just multiplying by 5/9 because I feel like it. Well, not because I feel like it. It's because, look, that 5 cancels there, and the 9 cancels here. So 5/9 F minus 32 equals C. So where did we start with all of this? We started with this, which is what we got, and I wanted an expression for C. And as it turns out, C is on the right-hand side. Here it is. But I can just turn it around. If A equals B, then B equals A. 5/9 F minus 32. Job done. We have transposed that formula from a formula for F to a formula for C. And that's what transposing means. Or sometimes you say transposition. Okay, I'm going to stop there.